At the college cafeteria, you are Kim Wayan, the campus queen. You are sitting with your best friends at the cafeteria laughing and chatting. Meaning, can you believe Yuna dared Wayan to date Jungkook? Like Jungkook? Emma, the human encyclopedia? That's rich. You roll your eyes dramatically, sips your iced coffee. Wayan, well, a dare is a dare. Besides, it will be fun. Mini, but what will you even talk about with him? Quantum physics? Why, I will figure something out. Maybe I will pretend to be interested in black holes or something. You stand up, a determined glint in your eye. Why, wish me luck, ladies. And you approach us Jungkook's table, your usual confidence treat flattering slightly. Wayan, hey Jungkook, right? Wayan, I couldn't help but notice you're always buried in a book. You must be really smart. Jungkook, yeah, I guess. Wayan, wanna grab a coffee sometime? We could discuss, I don't know, the meaning of life or something. You flashes him a dazzling smile. Jungkook's face turns a shade of crimson. Jungkook, sure, I guess. As he walks away, you cannot help but feel a pang of guilty. This is going to be harder than you thought. Time skip at the cafe. You arrive fashionable late, overwhelmed of perfume and laughter. Jungkook, nervously clutching a worn copy of a Burf History of Time, looks up, his cheeks flushed. Wine, sorry, I got held up. You know, girl things. He flashes him a dazzling smile. Jungkook nods, his eyes widen. You both settle in a corner booth. You order a latte, Jungkook a black coffee. There's an awkward silence for a moment. Brian, so you read a lot, huh? Jungkook nods, his eyes lighting up. Jungkook, I love Stephen Hawking. His theories on black holes are mind blowing. He raises an eyebrow, trying to look impressed. Brian, really? Tell me more. Jungkook launches into a passionate explanation of quantum mechanism. You nods along, trying to look interested while secretly wishing you ordered a stronger coffee. Halfway through Jungkook's explanation, your phone buzzes. It's a group chat with your friends. Emma, how's the date with the walking encyclopedia going? Minnie, send pics. You quickly types a reply. Why, it's going well, kinda. You glance back at Jungkook, who is still passionately discussing the nature of reality. There is something undeniably enduring about his enthusiasm. You managed to nod and smile at the right moments, even if your mind was wandering to more interesting topics. You glanced at your phone again. Your friends were relentless with their teasing, trying to stir the conversation. You asked, Brian, so what do you do for fun when you are not, saving the universe with your brain? Jungkook blinked, surprised. Jungkook, fun? He repeated as if the concept was foreign. Why, yeah, like hobbies. Do you play any sports or do you like movies? You pressed on, hoping to find some common ground. Jungkook, I used to play chess, but mostly like to read and research. Why, chess, huh? That's great. Jungkook, do you play too? Why, I have played chess one or two times only. Jungkook, oh. As you guys finished your drinks, the conversation had taken a surprising turn. You found yourself enjoying Jungkook's company more than you anticipated. Maybe there was more to the human encyclopedia than met the eye. Vayan, you're actually pretty interesting. Jungkook looked up, surprised. Jungkook, really? Vayan, yeah. Smiles. I mean, who knows? Someone could be so excited about black holes. Jungkook, I'm glad you think so. As we both walked out of the coffee shop, the afternoon sun was beginning to set, casting a warm glow over the city. Vayan, hey, want to get ice cream? My treat. Jungkook's eyes light up. Jungkook, sure, I would like that. As you guys walked towards the ice cream shop, you couldn't shake the feeling that this day was turning out to be more complicated than you anticipated. As you both stood in the line, you couldn't help but feel a sense of normalcy. This was just a normal college date, right? Jungkook, on the other hand, seemed a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of flavors. Jungkook, I don't know, he muttered, scanning the menu. There are too many choices. Vian, just pick one. It's not rocket science. Finally, Jungkook settled on a classic chocolate chip, while you opted for something more adventurous, cook it off with sprinkles. As you enjoy walk down the street, enjoy your ice cream, the conversation flowed easily. You guys talked about everything from your favorite books to your favorite hopes for the future. You were surprised to discover that Jungkook had a surprisingly good sense of humor. Why? So, what do you want to do after college? Jungkook, I'm not really sure. Maybe I will try to find a job in research. Why? That sounds cool. I'm thinking about something in business. Maybe marketing? You both walked in comfortable silence for a few moments. The only sound, the clinking of their spoons against the ice cream containers. As you guys reached your home, the evening was drawing to a close. Django, this was fun, he said, a little shyly. Why, it was. There was a moment of awkward silence before you brought out. Why, so see you tomorrow. Jungkook, okay. You entered your home and he left. You stood by the door smiling to yourself. This wasn't that bad as you thought. Maybe this was an amazing date. Talking with him made you somewhat happy. Meanwhile, Jungkook didn't go home. He removed his glass and walked into an alley. There, a black car was parked. He got inside and the car drove off to an unknown place. Basement. Jungkook walked inside the basement with a baseball bat. There was someone sitting on the chair in the middle, all tied up. Jungkook looks at him and smirks. Jungkook, did you miss me, our dear math professor? Khan, please leave me alone. Jungkook, oh, look at him, he's crying. Everyone chuckles. Jimin, tish tish, you want to go from this paradise? Jungkook, to where exactly? Maybe to the upper paradise? Khan, please don't kill me. Jungkook, then tell me who killed my parents. Khan, I don't know. Jungkook, you are testing my patience. Tell me, and he hit him with the bat. Khan, I will. Jungkook stopped and looked at him. Khan, 15 years ago, that day, when I reached John Mansion to see your dad, your parents were tied up to the chair and a cloth in their mouth. That's when I saw him for the first time. Your uncle, John Minwo. Jungkook was shocked. It was him who killed his own brother and his family. He wanted the college and other properties by himself. For that, he did this, and he offered me 13% of the college. I was greedy. I shouldn't have helped him to kill my own best friend. Please forgive me. Please. He started to cry. Jungkook, Jimin, kill him. And Jungkook left from there. Khan screamed for his life. Jungkook was just 7 years when his parents died. Jung Minwo, his uncle, was not a good guy from the start. He never took care of Jungkook. Not only that, Jungkook hadn't seen him till he joined the unit for revenge. Jungkook was kidnapped, and when everything happened, he was thrown into a river and was rescued by Jimin's dad, Mr. Park. Jimin's parents took care of him. He grew up with Jimin. As Jungkook was so young, he didn't know anything about his parents, where to find them. Park tried his best, but no use. No one came looking for him. But when Jungkook turned 15, he started to look for his family. That's when he found out they are no more. He got to know that they were martyred, but there was no evidence who did this. That's when he decided to join the mafia. When he turned 18, he joined the mafia, and today he's the mafia king of the underworld. No one has seen the mafia king. Jimmy is his right hand. He's here for his revenge. He found out that this college was his dad's, and now this belongs to someone else, and that someone else is his uncle, the principal of the uni. He didn't know he was his uncle until he met Khan. He joined the unit to catch Khan, but there is more than that now. At John Mansion, what now? Jungkook, his hand, the great principal, the icon, and everyone's favorite guy. I will crush him down. Everyone will know what he did. I will do it. Jimmy, I never imagined something like this. He destroyed his own brother and family. Jungkook, he became blind with greed. Time skip. Next day at college. You entered your class and yes, you and him are in same class. It's your final year. He just got transferred here 2 months ago. Your eyes automatically searched for him. You saw him sitting in the corner reading a book. You smiled to yourself and went near him. You're poo. Should I stop now? What if I regret this later? What if I really fell in love with him? What if he gets hurt finding out everything was a dare? I should tell him everything. You sat near him and he was shocked. Jungkook, hey Vayan. Vayan, hey, did you sleep well? Jungkook, yes I did. What about you? Vayan, me too. Jungkook, great, he said in a gentle tone. Vayan, when is our next date? Jungkook, our next date? Well, he scratched his head. Are you free tonight? Vayan, I'm more than free. He smiles again, a gentle smile of him. Jungkook, so how about we go on a date tonight? Bayan, okay, let's go. Jungkook, okay, meet me at the park at the 7. Bayan, okay. He started to read his book and you was looking at his reading face. And the class ended and the bell rang. He packed his stuff up and stand up from his seat before looking at you. Jungkook, see you later. Time skip at the park. Django was waiting for you at the park, wearing nice clothes. He was sitting on the bench, looking around and waiting for you to appear. Bayan, Jungkook. He looked at you when he heard someone calling his name. He stands up and smiles gently. Jungkook, oh, you are here, he said. He approached you, now standing in front of you. Vayan, you look good, smiles. Jungkook, you look good too, he replied gently. He started admiring how stunning and beautiful you look. He started to feel like butterflies in his stomach. Vayan, thank you. Jungkook smiles. So, should we take a walk? You nod. He smiles gently and intervened fingers with you before pulling you to walk beside with him. He began walking with you and then he looks at you. Jung, so how was your day? Why, it was good as I was sitting next to you. He chuckled softly, his cheeks turning red a little bit after he heard that. Jung, yeah, that's good then he said softly again. He still holding your hand while continuing to walk around the park in an evening time. It's already starting to get dark. Brian, how was yours? Jungkook, mine? Well, to be honest, it's better now that I'm with you. Brian, that's great. Jungkook, you're kind of different. Brian, what? Jungkook, you're different. You don't see me the same way as those students do. You're the only one who don't think I'm a nerd. When, oh, you became speechless. Jungkook, what happened? I should say the truth to him, you thought to yourself. Brian, I asked you out on a date because of a dare. He stops walking and looks at you and raises an eyebrow. Jungkook, you asked me out because of a dare. Brian, yes. He tried to calm down himself. He was trying not to get disappointed, but he was. He looks at the ground while snoozing your hand gently. Jungkook, can I ask who gave you a dare? By Yuna, but I really enjoyed our yesterday's date. He looks at you again, holding back all his disappointments. Jungkook, Yuna, of course. So you didn't really want to go on a date with me, don't you? Why? I didn't, but now I want to. That's why I said the truth. I would like to go on more dates with you, like yesterday, like now. He looks at you, looking for any signs that you're kidding. But to be honest, he couldn't find those signs. Jungkook, so you're telling me you're serious that you want to go on more dates with me? Bayan, yes, Jungkook. I like to talk with, even though you always talk about science, but it's fun. Yesterday was fun. A corner of his lip slowly upturned into a tiny smile. Jungkook, I didn't know someone like you would think that it's fun when I talk about science all the time. I thought it's kind of annoying. Wine, it was in the start of the date, but as time passed away, I found myself more interested in it. Jungkook, really? Brian, yes, your obsession about black holes. He chuckled slightly when you mentioned black holes. Jungkook, thank you for saying the truth. Brian, I want to date you for real, not to over some dare. He nods as response before speaking in quietly tone. Jungkook, why are you going on a date with a nerd like me even after you told me about the dare? Why? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Jungkook, so you don't even know the reason why you decided to go on a date with me again. Why? Not exactly. I mean, I find myself smiling more with you, and your smile is so cute too. His cheeks started to blush again after he heard that. He tried to hide his reaction, but he failed. Jungkook, you think that my smile is cute? Why? Yes, he smiled gently and looked at you. Jungkook, thank you. I think yours is cuter than mine, though. The cutest smile I have ever seen. Bayan, thank you. A blush crept on you. He noticed the blush on your face and chuckled softly. Jungkook, no problem. You look kind of cute when you're blushing though. Mayan, I'm not blushing. Jungkook, your red face says otherwise. Mayan, it's so hot here. Jungkook, are you sure it's not because of me? Mayan, why are you smirking? No, it's not. He chuckled again and smirked more when you reacted like that. Jungkook, why not? Look at us both. We are standing here so close to each other. You again blushed and was about to move backwards, but he pulls you closer to him. He wraps his arms around your waist and held you close to him. He smiles at you. Jungkook, where are you going? Why? What are you doing? He chuckled and raised his eyebrow when you asked that question. He held you tighter. Jungkook, what do you think I'm doing? Why, you're not like a nerd anymore. You're totally a different person right now. He chuckled again. He looked at you. He continued to talk in a cuddly and gentle tone. Jungkook, well, I'm the nerd who's holding my beautiful date close to me. Why, now your tone is back to a nerd. You chuckles and you put your hands around his neck. Jungkook, so you're saying that I should speak like a nerd, huh? Why, no, it's like you have different personality, and I like both. He chuckled slightly, and then a small smirk appeared on his face. Jungkook, is that so? You like both the nerd side and this side of mine? Why, yes. He continued to smirk and he looked at you, and then whispered in a cold and deep voice, Jungkook, why do I feel like you like the other side of mine more than the nerd side? Why, you felt a little shiver by his cold voice. Are you a mafia or something? And both, I like both. He tilted his head slightly after he heard that. Jungkook, both? That's interesting. He looked up at you and his smirk grew wider. Why, stop smirking. He chuckled softly. Jungkook, why should I stop? I am having fun with you. Besides, you look cute when I smirk. You're boo. He feels like completely a different person right now. And I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying it too. But I need to go home. But okay, it's enough of your fun. I need to go home. He pouted and then winced slightly after he heard that. Jungkook, but why? Our date isn't over yet. Wyatt smiles and looks like dinner is back. Mom told me to come home early. He sighed gently and pouted again. Jungkook, no, your mom have to run you the fun, huh? Bye, next time I will stay long. He nodded and then smiles. Jungkook, okay, you better keep that promise or I will not be happy. He said it gently but also seriously. Why, I'll keep my promise, smiles. He looked satisfied after he heard your answer. He chuckled and then smiled softly, feeling a bit shy. Jungkook, can I ask you a favor? Why, yes, go ahead. He smiled shyly as he spoke. Jungkook, can I get a hug before you go? Fine, of course you can. You hug him. He smiled shyly and then wrapped his arms around you, returning the hug. He let out a satisfied sigh as he buried his head in your shoulder. Bye, see you tomorrow. He nods gently and smiled, still hugging you. Jungkook, yeah, see you tomorrow. Fine, bye. You left. He watched you leave. He stands silently in the middle of the park. He stood looking at the place where you disappeared, while his calm and cold demeanor is back. Then he sinks again and muttered to himself, Jungkook, she's definitely going to find out sooner or later. At Jungkook's house, Jimin, are you crazy? Jungkook, what Jimin? Jimin, why you like her? Jungkook, I don't know. From the first time I saw her, She hasn't left my mind, and now we are going on dates. And she even confessed me about her diet. Do we have a chance? Jimmy, look, I'm so happy that you are finding your love, but what will you do when she find out you are a mafia? Jungkook, I don't know, but we just started. Maybe if this gets into something more, I will tell her everything. Jimin, okay? The next day at college, Jungkook arrived early and already sits in his usual seat. He was reading a book as he waited for the class to start. Impressed in his own world, he was still somewhat in thoughtful mood. Last night's events with you still lingered in his mind. Though he tried to focus on his book, he found himself glancing at the door every often, as if waiting for you to walk in. And you entered the classroom. Jungkook's eyes lifted from his book immediately, caught by your presence. He looked at you smiling, and you sat near him. Jungkook, hey, Ryan, how are you today? He looks at you for a moment, a small smile tugging at the corner of his lips. He leaned back in his chair, trying to maintain his usual cool composure. Yet there was a slight hint of softness in his eyes. Jungkook, I'm doing alright, but I feel better now that you're here. How about you? Ryan, are you flirting with me? And I'm good. He chuckled softly at your question, amused by the idea of him filtering. He leaned closer to you, a smile playing on his lips. Jungkook, and if I was? Fine, then go on. You look at him. He looks at you, his eyes locked with yours, his voice dropping to a low and deep tone. Jungkook, trust me, I'm just getting started. You gulp. The moment was interrupted by the teacher entering the class. Jungkook immediately pulled back from you, casting a slightly annoyed glance towards the teacher. He leaned back in his chair, his expression now scalded into his usual passive blank mask, and you chuckled, seeing him. You're boo, this guy is something else, and why do you feel like he's more than a nerd? Whatever. Time skip, the class ended. You and Jungkook packed your things. You stood up along with Jungkook, but he held your hand, making you look at him. Jungkook, I couldn't focus on class because I was too busy thinking about you. While I made the nerd distract from the class, he chuckled quietly at your words. Jungkook, yes, you did. You completely occupied my mind. I couldn't hear what the teacher was saying. You smiles. Mayan, okay, let's go home together. Jungkook, okay. You and Jungkook walked to your home, hand in hand, in front of your home. Mayan, see you tomorrow. Bye. Next day at college, Jungkook was slowly following the principal, Akai's uncle. He was watching all his moves, and that's when you came near him. When boom, he slightly jumps and looks at you. Jungkook, you scared the out of me. You chuckles. Wine, what are you doing here? Jungkook, I just came for fresh air. Wine, oh, okay, I thought you was watching our principal. He choked in his saliva. Jungkook, no, I was just looking what's he doing. You nod. Wine, okay, you can do whatever you want. You chuckle seeing his scared face. Week later, it has been a week since you and Jungkook started dating, and the connection between you and Jungkook has grown stronger. You two have spent more time together, and it feels like a deeper bond has formed between the two of you. Jungkook, despite his usual reserved demeanor around others, always seems eager to spend time with you. He has started to let go his guard down around you and showed a more powerful, caring side of himself. It is evident that he enjoyed spending time with you, but he still held back from being too open, seemingly unsure of how to tell you his secret. On a warm afternoon, Jungkook had planned a date at the amusement park. He waited for you near the entrance, dressed casually, yet still managed to look effortlessly cool. As he spotted you approaching, a small smile appeared on his face. He walked up to you. Jungkook, you're here. Ryan, sorry, I'm a bit late. Jungkook, it's okay. Let's go now. You nodded excitedly. He took your hand and leads you towards the entrance of the amusement park. As you both walked in, the atmosphere around you was lively with laughter and chatter from other visitors. The smell of cotton candy and popcorn filled the air. Jungkook looked around at all the rides like a child in a candy store, and you looked at him smiling. Jungkook, so which ride do you want to try first? Why a roller coaster? Jungkook, the roller coaster? Okay. He leads you towards the roller coaster ride, excited to experience the adrenaline rush together. And you guys had so much fun in the amusement park. After the amusement park, the sun had begun to set, casting a warm golden hue over the surroundings. As you both walked out of the park, Jungkook turned to you. Jungkook, that was a lot of fun. Why, it was. Should we go to the beach now? Jungkook, the beach? It's a nice idea. We can watch the sunset there. At the beach. As you guys arrived at the beach, the cool breeze and the sound of waves crashing against the shore greets you. The sun is low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over the ocean. The beach is relatively empty, with only a few other people enjoying the scenery. Jungkook walks alongside you, taking in the peaceful atmosphere. Why, this is so beautiful. Jungkook, yes, and he was looking at you. Why, I want to know more about you. He looked at you and smiles, and he nods his head. You both sat down on the sand. Jungkook, my parents died when I was 7, and I don't remember much about them. But I do remember some of our happy moments. We was a happy family, but everything ended. Someone murdered them and also abandoned me in a river. But thankfully, a good man found me and took me in. They saw me as their own son. They have a son too, my brother and my best friend, Park Jimin. So this is my story. Suddenly you hug him. Why? Now you have me too. He smiles at you. Time skip 1 month later. 1 month has passed and the connection between you and Jungkook has grown. You two have spent time more together, going on dates and getting to know each other better. Jungkook's wall slowly started to crumble around you, and he became more open and vulnerable with you. Right now, you and Jungkook is at the park, and he decided to say his truth to you that he is a mafia. Jungkook sat quietly beside you, his expression serious and thoughtful. It was a rare sight for him to be this serious. After a moment of silence, he looks at you and takes a deep breath. Jungkook, there is something I need to tell you, and I need you to promise you will listen to me until the end, before passing any judgment. Can you do that? Why? I can. Now say, Jungkook, I haven't been completely honest with you. There is something about me that you don't know. Something huge. Something that I have been hiding from you. Why? You are making me worried. Spill the tea, Audrey. He took a deep breath. Jungkook, I'm a mafia. Why? I know it. You glared at him. Jungkook, what? You knew it? Why? You thought I was dumb? The way you acted with me, I always knew it that you wasn't a nerd. I was waiting for you to spill the tea. And also the calls you always get when we are together. The way you talk and you just hum. I know it. You are not a college nerd. Jungkook, so you are not angry at me? Why? No. Why should I? I mean, you must be on a mission or something. And we just got to know each other, so no. Jungkook, thank you so much. He hugs you. Why? If you don't mind, what's your reason to come here? Jungkook, I came to this college to find about who killed my parents, and I am actually 25 years old. Why? What? Who killed your parents? Jungkook, don't say this to anyone. Khan and the principal, John Minho. Wahan, what? I cannot believe this. That's why you are always watching the principal. But how you know it's the Jungkook? Khan told me. He used to be my dad's best friend. And Khan is no more. Also, Minwo is my uncle. Wayan, you are shocked to hear everything. I'm speechless about everything. Khan is no more. Wait, I remember I heard Minwo asking someone, where is Khan and what happened to him? Jungkook, by now he must knew what happened to Khan. Okay, let's stop talking about them. He asks you. Fine, okay, you smiles at him. Meanwhile, at a mansion, Minwo, did you find out who killed Khan? Guy, no boss. Minwo punches that guy. You are useless. Guy, I'm sorry, sir, but it seems impossible to find him. It's been 1 month. Minbo, we do everything together, and I'm sure whoever killed Khan will come for me too. Time skip 2 days later at Jungkook's house. You, Jungkook, Jimmy, Yoongi, and Namjoon is here. You guys are planning how to kill Minwo, and yes, you are here too. Jungkook, Wyan, are you sure you will help? Wyan, more than sure. Jungkook, we need him alone to kidnap him. For that, Wyan will help us. Jimmy, how? Time skip at the college. College ended and everyone has left to their home. You and Jungkook is still here, and it's time now. Minwo will go home too. Jungkook, be careful. Why? You too. At the parking lot of the college, you watched Minwo getting into his car with his bodyguards. There is two bodyguards with him, including the driver, and the car started to move and you suddenly went in front of the car and made it look like the car hit you. But oh my god, as Minwo is your principal, he and his bodyguards came out of the car. Minwo, oh no, are you okay? Bodyguard stood there near the car, and Minwo came near you and helped you to stand up. You saw Jungkook's men coming and they hit the bodyguards on their head and they fainted. Hearing some noise, Minwo turned back and was shocked to see what's happening. Minwo, what's going on here? And Jungkook came and put chloroform on him and took him to the basement. And they made sure to get rid of the CCTV too. At the basement, Minwo opened his eyes. Jungkook was standing in front of him. He was tied up to the chair. Jungkook, finally, you are awake. Minwo, where I am? Who are you? What you want? Jungkook, so many questions, but I will answer everything. Minwo, tell me. He is. Jungkook, JK, aka John Jungkook, the Mafia King, and your nephew. Minwo, what? Jungkook, shocked? Minwo, but I thought you are dead. I killed you. Jungkook, looks like you did it. Minwo, so you are here to take revenge for killing your parents, huh? Jungkook, you destroyed your own brother and his family. Why? Minwo, I did. I never loved him. He was always our dad's favorite, and I was always jerk to him, and he got everything, and I was sent to some place far. Everyone said to me I was mentally ill. I was not in my right mind, but what did I do? He was living a good life when I am not in my friend of eyes, so I ended it. I killed my brother and his wife. Jungkook, and you own mother and wife. You pushed your own mother from the roof. You thought it's fun, and you was 15 years old that time. And your wife, you killed her because she said you was mentally good. You deserve the worst. Everyone will know what you did. The great John Minwo is a killer and a madman. I will show everyone this, and I will kill you. Minwo, you cannot. I will not allow you to. Jungkook, I'm your hell, Minwo. The chairman of Jan Enterprise and the principal of Jan College is behind the death of former chairman of Jan Enterprise, along with his mother and wife. Mr. John Minho killed his brother, aka the former chairman, and his wife, and also he killed his mother and his own wife. Police currently looking for John Minho, but there is no trace of him anywhere. Everyone is suspecting he left the country. The investigation is going strongly, and soon the police will find Minwo, I will kill you. Jungkook, you are never gonna see the outside world. Time skip 4 years later. You and Jungkook is sitting at the park. Wyan, this park is my favorite place. Jungkook, mine too. You look at him. Wyan, I'm so glad that I got that dare to date you. You smiles. Jungkook, even if there wasn't a dare, I would have made you fall for me. Wyan, I know, right? Jungkook, thank you for coming into my life. Suddenly he went on his knees and took out a ring. My love, will you marry me? He smiles. Why? Yes, yes, I will. He smiles and put the ring on your finger. He stood up and you both hug each other. Bayan, I love you so much. Jungkook, I love you more. Like that, you and him started a new journey. And about Minwo, police couldn't find him. No one knows where he is. Only Jungkook knows it. He's living his life in hell and looking forward to his death.